Early morning. Well, good morning. Welcome back to the tavern and the Oasis from inside the greenhouse today. It's pissing rain out there today, which I'm glad for because I got a big long drive ahead of me. I got to go further up island to go pick up a Christmas present for my boy. It's Boxing Day 2020, meaning December 26th. Stores are back open, events are back moving. Caught something minorly distressing this morning when I was doing my morning constitutionals, and turns out that there was a massive terrorist attack in Tennessee Christmas morning. Fortunately, they didn't take any lives. I heard a couple people were injured, but no lives were taken in it. It was an interesting thing. Hopefully it's not shades of what's to come in the world. I do know the world's been changing. If you listen to my offhand comments here and there in my videos over the last almost a year now, I guess about 10 months at least, since the beginning of the Rona. I've been doing these videos as I converted the backyard into an oasis, as it took on the feeling of an oasis. It's a frozen oasis right now. You can see from the video I put up, when I got here on Christmas Day and took a walk through and had a recording in it, and you can see it was still covered in snow. Well, the snow is rapidly melting today as the rain comes down. There's not going to be a whole lot of video from this weekend because there's not a whole lot for me to do. Once I get back from my trip up island, I gotta help in the basement doing some drywalling and other miscellaneous actual work. Not the fun work. I prefer to be out here in the Oasis, but I am going to be out here in the Oasis doing a few things, mostly just tinkering here in the greenhouse, as I'm trying to figure out where to put things and how to get things warm enough in here. The biggest thing here I'm fighting right now is I'm fighting in the greenhouse. I'm fighting way too much moisture and getting it warm enough, and I'm relatively certain most of that occurred because of when the greenhouse was completed, because the floor in the greenhouse is just gravel, but it was wet gravel when it was put down, so it wasn't time for it to dry. We put the greenhouse up over a weekend that we had some clear weather, and then it started raining and cold and everything else, and so it's never had a chance to get fully warmed up and get the gravel on the ground warmed up. I'm going to pick up a heater, a special heater for it today, and see if that will help. I got to get the temperature in here raised up, and I got to get it dried out, because I've had a few problems with some of the plants I've brought in here for winterizing, where along their edges there's just too much moisture and they started growing mold and fungus and other things, so I had to cut leaves and trim plants. Everything's that's supposed to survive the winter and winter overing is appearing to winter over so far, and as now we are truly into officially winter. It's just a matter of monitoring. It's like I said, this is my learning year. As they say about gardening and, urban farming or whatever, it's like, when was the best time to start? 10 years ago. When's the next best time to start? Right now. Or even a year ago. Fortunately, I started a year ago almost. Actually, it's a little over a year to the day, a little over a year ago, when I approached my mom and my brother about taking over this component of their yard and their house, making it my own little segment. So it's been learning for me. I've learned a lot in the last year. And greenhouse, this is my first ever greenhouse I've ever owned. So I'm learning how to maintain it, how to deal with the moisture levels, content, how to find a way to heat it that's effective but inexpensive. I've had lots of ideas tossed at me, and I've thought about the little wood burning rocket stove, but the way this greenhouse is made, the composted plastic, I don't know if a rocket stove is the best thing. Who knows? It's just a matter of finding the right thing that fits for me, and that's what I'm working towards. So what else have we got here this morning? Not a whole heck of a lot. Look at my wrist for a watch, and my watch died. I got to buy a new watch. That's what happens when you get a $14 watch. Happens when you buy a $200 watch too. I have a $200 watch that worked beautifully for about 2 or 3 years, and then it just one day the secondhand just started, and I got to get it to a watchmaker. It's well worth getting repaired. I just haven't had time to hunt down a watchmaker for it. So that's really all I've got, and just a bit cheery stuff, you know. If I get any work put in here, I'll put that up. Otherwise, I'll just put this up. Oh, I do have a few other quick things to say. For those of you who follow my Instagram, you will already know that I've started putting out pictures of the products that are coming to the Rogues Tavern e-store. That store is going to launch in January. It may not launch with all of its products, but it will launch with some of the products. Now, for those of you outside of Canada, I'm not so sure how I'm going to be able to ship them yet. I've got to figure out shipping to the United States, because I'm going to be shipping products like vanilla and herbal blends and dehydrated sourdough. I might be able to ship to the States without a problem, but dehydrated sourdough starting next fall, I'll be shipping seeds, because I'll be collecting heirloom seeds from the heirloom plants I'm going to plant. So I'll be shipping small packages of seeds, those things. If you live on the island here, Vancouver Island, you're up for a nice day drive, you'll be able to come visit me out at Honeymoon Bay. I'm supposed to be having a stall in the market there. So I thoroughly expect to be there every Saturday from 10 a.m. till 1 p.m. Well, actually, I think I got to get to the market like 8 a.m. So I'll be there from 8 a.m. till 2 or 3 in the afternoon. Basically, my Saturday day will be shot. I'll be having to reorganize my schedule that I built over this last year to free up my Saturday to spend it at the market. And I have to do a lot of prep work and other things. So I've got to start prepping and getting things and getting an organization around that, so it's not a hassle and it's something enjoyable for me. You know, and so I always have some of the products I need for people to buy. So getting it all done. But the e-store will be there for people, plus the recipe section, the membership section. Those things are in place. I just haven't activated them yet. The recipes, they're still coming up. I've got a lot of recipes that I worked on over the years. I've got a few scattered across various websites I built over the years for recipes. Now I've got to reconsolidate those recipes and bring them back to one central focus here at the Rogues Tavern. So there's a lot of interesting things coming. And this is the time of year for introspection and figuring out what your plans are for the coming year, how you've done in the last year, and where you want to see yourself in the next year and the years beyond that. So I've got a lot of things that are happening and a lot of things that are moving forward. So that's all I've got from the Rogues Tavern. You all have yourselves a really great day. I hope your holidays were fantastic. And another thing to look to for the Rogues Tavern, I'm going to be doing some live streaming here on the Rogues Tavern in the coming year. And I have no schedule for that, but basically it'll be there. So if you subscribe and follow, hit the like bell, etc., you may get notifications when I'm going to go live. You know, and that could be fun because it'll be live streaming, and I'm going to be interactive as I can through the comments in the live streaming, and I might even bring my Discord server on over into the live streaming and have some Discord action with people too. So that's all I've got for you. Thank you all for all the support, for the people that have supported me this year. I really greatly appreciate it. Share these videos far and wide. Tell people what you think about the Rogues Tavern and what I'm doing here. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's. Enjoy. Okay, as usual, I get so into what I'm doing I forget to record it. But as you can see on the footage, the greenhouse now has a heater. Propane heater, and we're going to see how well it works in here and what it does to the temperature, how fast or how slow or how low or how much I can warm this thing up with this thing. We will see how it works out. So just a quick little coverage on it, and I should have been filming it, but I forget. I do that. I got to get more in the habits of remembering to film every little thing. At any rate, we're going to see how well we can warm this up and dry this out. Get the heat kicking in here. All right, that's all I got for you on that one.